Okay, welcome to Wishpath Yoga. My name is Meredith. Let's meet up on the mat. So if you want to step to the back of your yoga mat, have a blanket handy if you need cushioning underneath your knees at any point. Okay, so we're going to start in mountain pose. Have a little bit of weight in your heels and the balls of your feet. Left and right foot equally holding weight. Let your knees be gently soft so you can press down into the ground. Let your pelvis rest in a neutral position, so your pokey out hip bones and your pubic bone in one vertical plane. And over that, let your belly support your heart, support your brain, one on top of the other, nice and tall. So we're going to move the upper spine and shoulders to start. So as you lift your heart, open your arms, lift your gaze. We're going to bring the backs of the hands together, round your back toward the ceiling, chin in toward the throat. So as you move between these two positions, you decide the pace. You decide when you inhale and exhale. Good, and then as the hands come together once again, we're going to keep them there, but bring them up toward the sky. So as you lift, weave up your fingers, roll your palms toward the ceiling, let your arms go straight as feels comfortable. As you lean out to your right, try to get some movement in the left ribs as you breathe in. You're going to come back to tall and lean over to the other side. Good, and then from center, let your arms come to shoulder height. And we'll bring the left arm across the chest. We'll let this right arm dive down and under, and we're going to hug the left arm in. So you might feel a little bit of sensation through your upper arm and shoulder. Take some breath in, try to move through your ribs. And releasing your arms, we'll trade up. So the side might feel very differently if it's your arm that you don't use as often or the one that you use the most. Good, and relaxing down, we're going to do our standing cat-cows. So have your hands on your legs, not on your knees. And grounding through strong legs and feet, we'll come to the cat stretch shape to start. And then gently waving through your spine to cow. And then as before, find your pace. So you can move between each shape, one breath per movement, or you can stay in one of the shapes and breathe in and out. Good, and then we'll roll to standing. Take a nice breath in and bring your hands back to your heart. Okay, so move forward to warrior one. So keeping your feet hip width apart, let your right foot step into the space in front of you, and we'll let that knee bend just until it's over the heel and try to guide it toward the center of your foot. So we'll bring our arms level with our shoulders, or if it feels suitable, you can lift them higher. Arms nice and relaxed at the shoulders. Good, take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, turn your heart to the right. Inhale, square back to the top of your mat. Exhale to turn. So as you turn, you can look toward the side wall or into the space behind you. Just resist the temptation to look down toward the floor. Good, and then from center we're gonna just relax out over the front leg. So starting with your knee bent, you can stay right here. So maybe look for a little bit of stretch to the back of the leg. So if you want, take your leg gently straighter. You can do the pose with your hands up high here, or if it feels good, hands toward the ground. Good, and softening your front knee, take a breath in. As you exhale, come back to standing. Inhale at the top, hands back to your heart. And when you're ready, step back. And we'll get ready to trade sides. So left foot walking forward, feet hip width apart, front knee soft. And we'll bring our arms into whatever variation of warrior one feels good on this side. Good, take a nice tall breath in. As you exhale, spin around your spine to the left. Inhale, square to the front. Okay, so your own pace, flowing between those two positions. If you prefer, just staying in the twist and holding. Good, and we'll give the front leg a chance to get that same gentle stretch. So, see how it feels on this side today, at this moment. Find an edge of sensation where you can feel transformation occurring. And from that point of sensation, if there is one, just allow it to start to ripple through the rest of you. Again, you can take your hands to the floor if that feels comfortable. Good, and with your knee gently soft, if you need to, walk your hands to your leg, exhale as you come up. Take a nice deep breath in, and we'll bring hands back to heart and return to mountain pose. Good, inhaling. We're going to come to Uttanasana, standing forward bend. So I like to start with my knees bent. You can do this with your hands on your legs. Relax your neck by dropping your head forward, or you can rest your elbows to your thighs. If it feels good, belly on your legs, hands to the ground. And then just allow the weight of your head to fall toward the floor so you feel a nice release in the back of your neck. Good, and then reaching your fingertips forward as you exhale, let your knees come down, release your toes, and we'll set up in a table position. So hands under shoulders. If your wrists are sore, you can make hands in a fist position, thumbs pointing forward. So pressing down into the pads of your fingers, the tops of your feet. Try to feel the front of your ribs held in towards your spine. Good, and we'll come to thread the needle. So we'll drop to the left elbow and turn to look out to the side. It's a gentle variation. If it feels good, you can slide your arm further across and bring your head down toward the floor. Good, and we'll come back out and we'll trade sides. So you can rest on your right elbow and just take your gaze over toward the side wall. If it feels suitable, you can bring your head down and your shoulder down. Good, and then coming back to table, we'll place our elbows where our hands have been. And option one, you can just let your head drop forward, gaze back between your feet. If your shoulders are comfortable, you can walk your arms further forward, bring your forehead down, hips are high over top of the knees. Good, and then drawing one hand back, press into it, come back to table, and then slowly move into cat stretch and hold. See if you can feel some breathing movements in the back of your body. Good. And coming back to a neutral feeling in your spine, we're going to come up to the knees. So again, you can have extra blankets underneath your knees here just for cushioning if it feels best. So step right foot forward, heel below the knee. And just press down into your feet so you feel steadiness in your base. Good, we'll take your right hand to hip, let that left arm up, come toward the sky. On your exhale, lean out to the side. And if it feels good, you can take the bottom hand to the ground. But keep power in your legs, pressing down so you don't feel like you're collapsing into your hips in a way that feels tight. Good, let that top arm circle down. Inhale, lift up. Good, and we'll exhale, take fingertips to the ground, and just be mindful that your front knee is over your heel, not past. So you can enjoy a lunge here with the back knee down, or you can tuck the back toes under to bring the knee up. With that back knee down or up, see how it feels to bring that right arm up toward the sky. Good, take a back crawl swim to let your hand come back to the floor. Now you can step to downward dog from here, or if that feels too much, rest your back knee down, come to hands and knees first. And then we'll move to downward dog. So if you like, you can start with your elbows and your knees gently bending toward each other and pressing down into the floor with everything that's on the floor. And see how it feels to take one leg straighter. Trade it up for the other side. You can sway your hips gently. Relax your neck. Good. Use your next exhale to come back to your knees. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale to cat. Good, and with a neutral feeling in your spine, we'll come back up for the other side. So walk the left foot forward, have your heel underneath your knee, and press down into your feet. Okay, so we'll take the front knee, that hand to hip, other arm can come alongside your ear. If it feels comfy, just take a little lean to your left. If it feels nice, reach your bottom hand to the ground. Good, slowly circle down and let your hands find the floor for a lunge. So you may feel some stretch across the front of that hip. It's good if you have to sit a lot at work or in a long commute. So you can tuck under your back toes, lift up your knee. And to take the left arm to the side or higher. You can follow that hand with your gaze or stay looking at the bottom hand. Good. And we'll swim back. And when you're ready, step to downward dog. Middle fingers parallel. Feel some weight on the thumb side of your wrist, thumb side of your palm. Good. As you exhale, bring your knees down, but leave your toes tucked under. And we're going to make our way to standing, so walking your hands back towards your knees, roll yourself to flat feet and into forward bend. Again, elbows on the thighs is always an option. Breathe in. As you exhale, come to chair. Inhale at the top, and we're going to come into some gentle twists. So we're going to bring left hand across the opposite leg and let your free arm move like a pendulum toward the sky. And reverse that track. Arms in front, breathe in. Exhale, turn, left arm swinging down and around and up. And then reversing and coming forward. If it feels nice, try that one more time on each side. Good. And then back to mountain pose, neutral pelvis, hands to heart. Good. We'll walk the right foot forward again, back to our warrior one stance that we had earlier. Good. So when you're ready, let your arms lift up. And we're going to interlace the fingers, but we're going to do it behind our backs. So you can leave your hands resting on your back body. Squeeze your shoulders together. And as you inhale, try to lift your sternum. Good. And then if you wish, exhale, bow forward, tummy to that front leg, gaze behind you. Arms can stay on your body or lift toward the sky. And softly releasing. Exhale, roll to tall. Breathe in. And then we're going to move toward warrior three. So we're going to transition our weight into that front leg, front foot, and just start to press down into that leg. So you don't have to lift the back toes. If you want to, you can hover them a little off the floor, or you can slowly lift. Good. As you exhale, bring that back knee forward into your palms. You touch down a minute there if you need. So knee level with the hip, or if you want, grab your shin and hug that leg a little closer to your body. Gaze is up off the floor. Good, and then we'll stretch the thigh. So we're going to take this lifted foot behind us, and you can hold your balance here, both feet on the ground, or you can bring that foot up into the opposite hand behind your back. If you want to bend forward and press your foot and your hand gently against each other. Good, and coming back to tall. We'll try one more balance, so we'll take that foot across the front of the standing leg for pigeon, bending both knees, letting your hips travel into the space behind you. You're welcome to lift the pigeon ankle up onto the supporting thigh, if that feels suitable in your knees. So resist the descent of your hips a little here, grounding through the standing leg. Press your palms together if that helps you balance. Good, come back to standing, back to mountain pose. Take a nice deep breath in. Good, and we'll exhale, fold. And step your left foot to downward dog. So you exhale, come to plank pose or hands and knees. Good, rest your knees down, release your toes, and the elbows hugging in, roll down through the front of your body to whatever variation of cobra feels comfortable through your lower back. Good, take a bow and a breath in. As you exhale, come back to hands and knees or back to plank and back to downward dog. And then returning to your forward bend as we did earlier, or by walking your hands to your feet. As you exhale, come to chair. Take a breath in and exhale back to straight legs. As you're ready, you can walk your left foot forward. Good, inhale and interlace your fingers behind your back. And you can stay here or stretch your arms a little into the space behind you, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Good, stay tall or take a brief moment folded forward over that front leg. Arms can stay on your back or lift up. Good, as you exhale, come back to tall. Take a breath in. And hands pulling to the heart with a little sort of effort between them. We'll transition to warrior three. So again, practice just sort of getting weight into this leg and foot and rooting into the floor. Let that pressing down effort help you lift that back leg to whatever degree feels comfortable. Good, on the exhale, step that foot forward. You can touch down for a minute if you need, bringing the knee into your palm, level with your hip, or hugging the leg taller. Good, and then we'll set the toes down, and we're tucking behind the standing leg. And just with that narrow base, you can practice your balance here, or you can bring your foot into your option to sort of tilt your torso a little further forward, back hand and foot connected together. Good, and then returning to tall. We're going to come to pigeon. So you can do it with both feet on the ground, your knees bending, hips traveling back, or that right ankle can lift onto your thigh. Careful with both knees. Any sensation in the knees, probably best to lift out or totally just let this pose pass you by for now. Good, you can rise out and step to mountain pose. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, fold. You're a little warmer now. You can practice perhaps taking your legs a little straighter. Good, and then planting your hands shoulder width apart. Take your right foot to downward dog. And use your exhale to come to hands and knees or plank. Good, set down your knees, release your toes and elbows hugging in, shoulders rolling back. Come down through the front of your body. And let your forehead rest. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, press to hands and knees, and we're going to go back to child's pose. So if it feels best, you can have your toes together, knees wide, or knees toward each other. If you can't get your forehead down all the way to the floor, just cushion it on your stacked hands. And you can experiment breathing into different parts of your body. Try to create some breathing movement, for example, in the back of your body. As you exhale, draw forward along your forearms. Press yourself into cow. Good. Exhale to cat stretch. Back to child's pose. Elbows land. Pulling forward again. And moving from cat to child's pose. And try that one more time. And we'll reverse, coming to cat stretch and neutral spine. Good. And we'll try side plank, so right toes back, right foot landing, right arm swimming up to the sky. If your bottom wrist is sore, you can make a fist with that hand. Feels good? Let your straight leg float. Last option here, you can hold your ankle and stretch your thigh. Good, and then we'll reverse our steps. And return to hands and knees, and we'll trade up for the opposite side. So as you're ready, just get that straight leg foot all the way flat on the floor. Your bottom hand straight down from your shoulder. Press into the pads of your fingers. If you wish, lift your straight leg. Last option, to stretch your thigh, you can grab your ankle. Try not to arch in your lower back. Keep your neutral pelvis. Good, and releasing your foot. Bring it back down. Good, coming back to hands and knees. Good. And then we're going to walk the knees over toward the right side of the mat so we can sit down to the left. And we're going to slip this knee out so we've got a foot to thigh connection here. If that troubles your knee, you can just sit with your legs straight. Okay, so that nice neutral spine, belly, heart, and brain one on top of the other. Turn away from your feet to the left, keeping your gaze up off the floor, or if it feels good, tipping it slightly up and to the left. If you're looking up toward 11 o'clock. Your eyes stretch. Front arm is relaxed. Good, and we'll come out of the twist back to the front, and then you can trade sides, walking your feet around to the other side. Good, feel tall through your spine, and then we'll turn again away from the feet out to the right. Option to peek your gaze just a little bit up and to the right. Relax tension from your eye muscles, breathing deeply as you hold this shape. And we'll square back to the front and bring our feet out in front of us. About hip width apart again. So you want to feel like you're on your sit bones here rather than on your tailbone. And you can hold your legs in whatever way feels comfortable. Sitting nice and tall. Exhale, let your chin come into your throat. Inhale to lift. Go through the neck like that one more time. Lift. And then holding the backs of your legs. So we'll start with the chin into the throat and then allow yourself to move sort of like cat stretch, rounding your back into the space behind you. Good, draw nice and tall, inhale. Good, chin to throat, one more time, rolling down through your spine. Good, coming back to tall. And then bring your tummy to your legs, hands down the front of your shins to the tops of your feet. If you want, flip your toes up. And you can hold your forward bend here, relaxing your neck forward, rolling your ear to one shoulder and then the other. You keep your tummy and your legs together. You can take your legs as straight as it feels comfortable to go. And again, you can let your head fall forward, relaxing your neck. Let your shoulders feel relaxed. And also relax your jaw. If it feels nice, you can point your feet and just massage the fronts of your ankles. You can sway a little side to side too. Good. Ground into your heels, take a breath in. As you exhale, come back to standing. Good. And then bring our feet flat, hands under our shoulders behind us. Take a breath in, exhale, lift to reverse table. Good. And then slowly letting yourself come back to sitting. We're going to move down into lying down position now, so if you need to, make sure you have lots of mat behind you, and I'll just guide you through relaxation. So when you come to lie down on your back, if you feel that your lower back is tight, you can keep your knees bent and gently falling in toward each other. Arms can fall out to the sides, palms up. Or if you feel anxious, just rest your hands somewhere on your body. And then tune into the feeling of being held by everything that's under your body. So release from your muscles all the effort it takes to be upright in gravity all day long. If it's nice, close your eyes. Otherwise, just stare at a spot on the ceiling with your gaze as relaxed as possible. And just hold here for as long as you like. Bring your attention to the idea of the awareness of your skin and how it creates for you a sense of where you stop and start. A sense of inner in relation to outer, a sense of self in relation to other. So most of the day our attention is tuned into the space on the outside of our skin. So when we come to Shavasana, we just want to gradually get brave, or sort of pulling our attention to the space on the inside and just observing with as much equanimity as we can the status quo. So stillness isn't a guarantee of instant peace and relaxation. We may still notice different sensations coming and going, stories flooding into our attention and then flowing away. So we've gathered into physical stillness, and relaxation can happen in the body. So let's try to mirror it for the last couple of minutes with mental stillness too. So choosing one spot for your attention. So that you can just take a break from all the time traveling, all the stories and the senses of self that they generate. And just allow yourself to be a resting, breathing person. Relaxing your awareness toward your breathing experience in your nostrils. So as you breathe in, it feels like a cool wind. As you exhale, it feels like a warm wind. So for as long as you like, allow your attention to rest and anchor with that cool and warm. And the longer you can hold your attention there, your mind will also relax and return to its natural state of peacefulness. So enjoy for as long as you like. Namaste.